Hey parents, so right now we're working on lesson 9. The students are having quite a bit of trouble with it. This is an example of one of the problems on lesson 9. What it's going to have is the number line set up for your student, your child, and then it's also going to tell them what numbers to count through with. They are going to record their answers on the number line by counting. And this is the same kind of counting they've been doing, choosing ones, tens, or hundreds, just in a different format this time. So I'm going to walk you step by step on how to do this with your child. So, first, let's start with a new example. Let's say it asks your student to count from 200 to 450. The number line is going to be given to them, and so is the question, which would be counting from 200 to 450. The student needs to think in their head, am I going to count by ones, tens, or hundreds to get to 450? First, they're going to label their number line starting at 200. Then from there, they're going to count up to 450. Well, the student's going to think, I'm at 200. Should I count by ones? Wow, that'll take a really long time. Should I count by tens? That'll also take a super long time. Can I count by hundreds? Well, yes, because I have a 0 in my tens and my ones, and I'm going all the way to 450, so it'd be okay in the end. So you're going to do a hundreds jump, and you're just going to label it with a 100. That gives us 300. Another jump would give us 400. Now the student needs to label right here, 400. Now we're going to stop right here. We're trying to get to 450, so should I keep counting by hundreds? No, that's going to get us up to 500. That's too big. Should I count by tens? Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I think that would be the best option because ones would take a really long time. So now we're going to do a tens jump, label it a tens. That makes 410, 420, 430, 440, 450. The student's going to label it 450. Now, they also need to label, sometimes I tell the students that we have to go the extra mile in math. So if we have more than 100s, we're going to have to label it so everyone can see how many hundreds we use. So this time, we used 200, so we're going to have to label it. We also are going to have to label our tens, tell everybody how many tens we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens. This is what the problem would look like complete for this one in particular. All right, now I'm going to show you another one. Let's say it asks the student to count from 170 to 700. The student would set up their number line. They would start at 170, and they would think, ones, tens, or hundreds. Now, the best option would be to count by tens from here because we can't count by hundreds because I got that 7 in my tens place. So 170 plus 10 is 180, 190. This gives us right here 200. It's important we have to label that. Now we're at 200, we're trying to get to 700. It would be smart to switch to counting by hundreds now. So then we'd get, and I also want to make sure my humps along the way are just a little bit bigger going from tens to hundreds. So then this would be 300, 400, 500, 600, and then 700. And I'm going to label 700 at the end. Remember, we've got to go that extra mile. If we have more than 110 or more than 100, we got to label it. So we have 3 tens here. I have to make sure I label it. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hundreds here, so I have to label it. This is how this problem would look in the very end, and this is what your child's paper will look like. We're going to try out one more example for today. Let's say they're going to count from 400 to 620. Set up that number line. That's already going to be given on their paper. Write the 400 first. They have to think, am I going to count by ones, tens, or hundreds? Well, the smartest thing would be to count by hundreds first. I'm going to do a hundreds jump. That's going to give me 500. Do another hundreds jump. That's going to give me 600. We want to make sure we label right here at 600. Now I'm trying to get to 620. Can I keep counting by hundreds? No, that'll give me 700. Can I count by tens now? That would be a great idea. So count by tens and label it. 610, 620. Now you need to make sure you label that 620 right there. Now, we got to go the extra mile because our 100 appears twice and our 10 appears twice. So we need to label it. So we use 2 hundreds, we we also used 2 tens. This is how your child's paper will look in the end. Now the kids got super excited last time because I told them about if you do a question in the description box and you bring it back Monday morning to my room in the morning, you get a special surprise out of my prize bag. Now that does still hold true for this problem, this video right here, okay? I'm going to post 2 questions in the description if your student decides to take the time and do them, and they make sure they get to me Monday morning and show their work to me on their paper. Then they will be able to pick something out of the prize box. Even if they didn't get it correct, if they tried, that's all that matters. So please encourage your child to do the problems in the description because I really feel like it'll help them. I hope y'all have a great weekend and message me on Dojo if you have any questions. Thank you.